When it comes to popular gaming genres, cozy games come immediately to mind. Titles like Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley have been genre-defining staples for years now at this point. With the rise of COVID in 2020 and its long stretches of quarantine, the genre literally blew up overnight. Suddenly, everyone was stuck at home with plenty of time to spend, craving any form of distraction available. And cozy games delivered, offering light yet intriguing gameplay loops. Farming, fishing, building, and cooking became our escape, sometimes all combined into a single game, designed to let us relax and decelerate in an ever-accelerating world. However, this carefully cultivated safe space has been in decline for some time now. Gaming companies, big and small, have discovered the space one by one, always in search of more financial gain. So much so that basically everything is labeled cozy now. The term has become a corporate buzzword for anything that even remotely fits the category, completely disregarding what made the genre so special in the first place. In this video, I'm going to break down 3 reasons why I think that cozy gaming has become so diluted, how corporate greed fueled this decline, and what it all means for the future of the genre. So buckle up, grab your favorite watering can, and get ready to descend into the ever-declining world of cozy games. My first observation is something that has been bothering me for quite a while now. And to really explain it, we have to look back a few years. After the initial hype around Animal Crossing New Horizons started to settle, I already had poured hundreds upon hundreds of hours into my island, doing basically everything the game had to offer. But, as it often happens when you play a game non-stop for months, I hit a wall. Animal Crossing just couldn't scratch that itch anymore, and so I started craving something new. I began scouring different online stores for alternatives, and after browsing for quite a while, I stumbled upon a game called Life. After watching the trailer, I was really intrigued. The game seemed like having a cozy vibe, just like Animal Crossing. I mean, look at it. A town full of anthropomorphic animals just waiting for you to build a community for them. What could be wrong with that? Well, shortly after booting up the game, something already felt off. The controls were janky, the townies lifeless, and the game actually had quite an eerie, hollow feeling to it. It was so disappointing that I never touched it again after a few hours of gameplay. Looking back, I really should have dug deeper. I got completely blinded by the cozy trailer and the promise of an Animal Crossing-like experience. I had to learn the hard way that the game was nothing more than a superficial clone. And my experience mirrored the exact sentiment of the wider community perfectly. But this game wasn't a one-off accident. It was part of a growing trend of more and more gaming companies just trying to ride the coattails of popular genre staples. And don't get me wrong, there's no problem with taking inspiration from another game. It does, however, become a problem if gaming companies just blatantly copy other games, without adding something unique or valuable. This trend of never-ending copycats is especially felt in the cozy gaming space. The high demand and growing popularity make it easy for companies to spit out low-quality, low-effort games en masse, because someone somewhere will buy it eventually. But shallow copycats are only the first reason for the genre's slow decline. Once gaming companies realized that players are willing to open their wallets for anything wrapped in a cozy aesthetic, they didn't just stop at lazy clones. They brought out the big guns of modern gaming: aggressive microtransactions. And yes, we have classic examples of corporate greed, like the Sims franchise. But today, I want to talk about a much more insidious form of monetization, currently on the rise in cozy gaming: gacha mechanics. The most prominent examples of this are games like Infinity Nikki or more recently Heartopia. Both were heavily marketed as casual, relaxing cozy games, but at their core, they exploit players by trapping them in what is essentially gambling. On the surface, these games might look completely harmless, but when you peek behind the curtain, you see their true, predatory nature. Randomized drops for things like furniture, clothes, and decorations practically invite players to spend more and more real money on what are, at the end of the day, virtual cosmetics. These games stand for the exact opposite of what cozy gaming is supposed to be. By artificially creating FOMO and pressuring people to spend their hard-earned money, they don't provide relaxation, they just breed stress. Labeling these predatory gambling simulators as cozy is truly nothing more than a slap in the face to the entire genre. Talking about inducing stress, I now want to pivot into the last reason why I believe cozy gaming is in decline. To explain this last point, I want to focus back at the two industry staples I've mentioned at the beginning of this video. I think I'm not the only one who has to admit that playing Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing has been stressful at times. Things like rushing home from the mines at 1 a.m., hoping to not faint exactly in front of the bed in Stardew Valley, or burning ourselves out trying to turn our Animal Crossing island into an absolute paradise. We've all been there. But the stress and pressure felt while playing those games were almost entirely self-inflicted. If you wanted to ignore the grind and just fish for days and days on end, you absolutely could. Both games gave objectives and guidelines, sure, but they never pressured you into doing anything, and certainly didn't punish you for taking your time. The tragedy of modern cozy games, however, is that this stress is no longer optional. It's wired into many games' identities. Take Disney Dreamlight Valley, for example. The game introduced battle passes and expiring events into the daily gameplay loop, deliberately causing stress and FOMO around players. Suddenly, you aren't logging in anymore to relax. You're logging in because you're feeling obligated to. Gaming companies know that the easiest way to keep players' retention high is to build some sort of artificial urgency. By filling games with daily checklists, limited time events, and exhausting grinding, they force us into nothing more but a productivity trap. We have reached a bizarre point where players are essentially burning themselves out trying to satisfy a genre initially designed to counteract exactly that. Looking at those recent developments in the genre, I truly believe that this is just the beginning. The genre is way too massive and the potential revenue way too big for gaming companies to stop with their current practices. Therefore, I believe that we will continue to see more copycats, microtransactions, and productivity traps in the near future. But we as players can shield us from these practices by being more skeptical of new releases and trying to see through the clever marketing and cozy facades. And that does not mean that we have to stop playing cozy games entirely. There are still some gems out there from time to time that truly embody what cozy gaming was supposed to be in the first place. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your opinion on the cozy gaming genre? Do you agree with my points, or do you see things differently? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this analysis, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.